This episode is brought to you by Nordstrom. Whether you're packing for a vacation or dressing for a wedding, Nordstrom has head-to-toe looks for wherever summer takes you. From swimwear and bold color to romantic florals and dresses that make an entrance, find the right style for every unforgettable moment. Shop new arrivals from brands you love like Farm Rio, Free People, Vince, Wave, and Stod. Plus free shipping and returns and styling help whenever you need it make it all so easy. Shop now in stores at Nordstrom.com or download the Nordstrom app.
Girl, winter is so last season. And now spring's got you looking at pictures of tank tops with hungry eyes. Your algorithm is feeding you cutoffs. You're thirsty for the sun on your shoulders. That perfect hang on the patio sundress. Those sandals you can wear all day and all night. And you've had enough of shopping from your couch. Done hoping it looks anything like the picture when you tear open that envelope? It's time for a little in-person spring treat. It's time for a trip to Ross. Work your magic.
Chris Brown, Young Boy Never Broke Again, Red Rum, let's talk about it. How y'all doing? Welcome to Let's Talk About It Music Reviews Season 12. How y'all doing? Welcome to the show. We got a little bit of a good-ass episode for today, guys, and I'm not going to lie, this is probably a big-ass night. I've been waiting for this album all week. You know, I've seen it was going to come out on Friday night, and, you know, it's just the perfect time. And I'm not going to lie, you know, when the feature list came out for this album, I was kind of surprised that Young Boy Never Broke Again was going to be on this fucking album. You know, last thing I expect from a Chris Brown album is Young Boy Never Broke Again. But here we are. And as y'all know, you know, we've covered so much Young Boy Never Broke Again on this show that I thought, you know what, we might as well just do this one first. You know, as I usually do when new albums come out, I'll kind of just find a track that I want to check out, that I want to do a review on, and then I'll do the review, and then we'll kind of get into the album later. So this is kind of just a random track that I kind of picked because, you know, it's a big feature. You know, we might as well talk about it. So let's get into it. We got Chris Brown, Young Boy Never Broke Again, Red Rum. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Starting off with this beat. Now, I will say, I do like this beat. You know, I like the background vocals. I do like the kind of melancholy kind of sound that this beat does have. The R&B vibes are definitely here. I like the synths. I like the cool ass little keys that happen on this song too. I will say the beat sounds pretty fucking good. The drums sound pretty nice too. And I do like how, you know, when we get to Young Boy's verse, you know, the beat kind of switches up. And I think that's a really cool thing when, you know, artists are still doing good old beat switches. I'm not going to lie to you. You know, last week was the epitome of no beat switches, no instrumentals fucking switching up. You know, instrumentals just kind of staying the same. And I'm not going to lie, I was losing my fucking mind listening to that goddamn shit. So, thank God, you know, Chris Brown comes in here. You know, we have a beat switch. I do like the little hi-hats, the little, like, cool-ass, like, effects that the drums do have. And I do like how the drums don't stay the same. And I think that's one of the things that I like about this song is that the drums are a good element in this song. I'm not going to lie. You know, a lot of songs, you know, even if it is that trap R&B soul sound, the problem with the trap R&B soul sound is that the drums can stay the same. You know, the drum beat can just, you know, be the same ass drum loop over and over and over again. And that can honestly get tired listening to. You know, it can make me fucking lose my mind listening to it. I'm just going to be honest with you. So, I do like how this song actually, you know, has really ass good drums that actually have some good switch ups. Those hi-hats sound really good. Those trap sounds really sound great. And then you also have the nice synths, the nice kind of EQ effects that kind of just, you know, make this whole instrumental sound really fucking nice. And I do like how it switches up. So this beat is definitely fire. I really do enjoy this beat. But let's get into Chris Brown. Now, I think the Red Rum hook is actually pretty good. It can easily get stuck in your head, the background vocals. I do like how he has these mini vocal switch-ups that happen. And I also like that the vocals are really good. You know, sometimes you listen to Chris Brown and you're like, man, why the fuck do you sound like a robot? Thank God he doesn't sound like a robot on here. You know, this is actually, you know, doing the deeper vocals and actually doing the deeper vocal switch-ups and actually, you know, doing it really good. And it's actually sounding really good. I think, you know, the track that I checked out before this, which was Fallen, I think Fallen kind of relied too much on those kind of deeper vocals. And, you know, I did like that song, but I will say, the deeper vocals were kind of throwing me off. This is how you have a nice balance of that. You're having the deeper vocals, but then Chris Brown's kind of switching it up and, having some really, more higher pitched vocals and sounding really good on there. So I think the singing is really fucking good. I like how it fucking sounds. And I will say this verse too. This verse was actually pretty fucking nice. I like the, flow that he's having on here. The singing was overall pretty good too. So overall, I'd say Chris Brown kind of killed it on the hook. The hook can easily get stuck in your head. It's kind of simple. It's nothing crazy, but I think for what it does, it sounds really fucking good. And then Chris Brown's verse too was actually pretty good. I like the sound of it. Overall the flow, the singing, the vocals were really good. The nice little mini vocal switch ups that just really help out the sound and really just keep you listening to the song, keeping you wanting more and more and more as you're listening to it. So overall, really enjoyed those elements. And I will say, for a good old track just to kind of pick out of this album, I'm already having a really good time. So let's get into YoungBoy. Now, sometimes YoungBoy Never Broke Again could either disappoint me.
With Plan B emergency contraception, we're in control of our future. It's backup birth control you take after unprotected sex that helps prevent pregnancy before it starts. It works by temporarily delaying ovulation, and it won't impact your future fertility. Plan B is available in all 50 U.S. states at all major retailers near you, with no ID, prescription, or age requirement needed. Together, we've got this. Follow Plan B on Insta at Plan B One Step to learn more. Use as directed.
Could really disappoint me, could make me want to shoot my fucking self, could make me want to slam my head on a table. And then sometimes YoungBoy can do this and actually, put out a really good ass verse and reminds me that YoungBoy is still the talented rapper that we all know. I really do like the rapping that YoungBoy does on here. The flows are really good. I like the mini vocal switch ups that YoungBoy does on here. And it's not the annoying baby voice. It's not like he's sounding like a 5-year-old. It's not where like he's like fucking screaming in the damn mic. It's actually just some good ass YoungBoy rapping that we also know. And the vocal switch ups too are really good. I like it how he switches to that faster flow as the song keeps going on. And overall, I had a really good ass time with this YoungBoy verse. So overall, we talk about Chris Brown, YoungBoy Never Broke Again, Red Rum. This beat was actually really nice. I like how the drums actually, have some complexity to them, which is something that I don't really say often on this show anymore, I feel like I listen to the same fucking drum loops over and over and over again on this damn show. But I do like how, the drums were a little bit different on this track. And then Chris Brown had a pretty good hook. Nice vocals on the verse too, which sound pretty fucking good. Then YoungBoy comes in and delivers a really nice action-packed fucking verse. So overall, I'll easily give this song an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10, guys. What y'all think about it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I don't know. Let me know. If you're on YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, wherever you get your podcast app, make sure you follow, turn on notifications, guys. We're dropping new content every single day. And get ready. All right, we're doing a Chris Brown marathon. I did this for Brent Faiyaz, but Chris Brown's the only big album that kind of dropped this week, and then we got Drake next week, which that's a whole fucking thing. But get ready, we got Chris Brown reviews coming out all weekend, all week. We'll be even doing an album review at the end of the week next week. So we got a lot of content coming out for Chris Brown, so make sure y'all stay tuned, and I'll see y'all later. Have a good one. Yeah, guys, bye.